If we are talking about overspending, I believe that a lot of people are struggling in this problem because they don't have the mental strength to control themselves. And how are we going to overcome or control from overspending? One of the ways we can do it. One of the ways we can do this is by spending our money only on necessities, like food, toiletries, like that. And by doing this, we can avoid buying things that we don't need, or we can avoid buying things that we already have, like buying the same type of clothes multiple times, and this way can result in preventing from overspending our money. And I think that's all from me. Thank you. And how about you, Jiha?
I agree with you. That's a great idea. I think I can break the habit of overspending by learning how to budget effectively. Budgeting helps us to see our income and expenses, so we can see where the money goes, whether in a good way or a bad way. It also helps us reduce stress because we know our financial situation and do not worry about running out of money before the end of the month. For example, we can set our money into different categories such as for emergencies, savings, for food, and other needs. This also can avoid us from buying things that are not important, can avoid us from falling for FOMO or just following what others shows in social media. At the same time, budgeting also helps us set clear financial goals for the future and makes us more disciplined when spending money. Then, there are no excuse to budgeting because we have many ways to create a budget. We can write it on a paper or just download a budgeting apps on our phone. By practicing budgeting habits, we can control our money, make a smart choice, and can break the habit of overspending. Lastly, budgeting also helps us become more responsible and independent to manage our finances. How about you?
Yes, I do agree with you, but in my point of view, I believe that another way to break the habit of overspending is by deleting all online shopping apps from your phone. Nowadays, most people, especially youngsters, shop not because they really need that things, but because the app itself constantly show up promotion, discount, and also trendy items. This will make them feel like they must buy that thing immediately. And when this app is just one tap away, the temptation is always present, and it becomes more people feel it is easier to buy things even though it is impulsively. Besides that, by deleting the app, it helps us to avoid emotional spending because many young people shop whenever they feel bored, stressed, or influenced by social media trends. So, by removing this app, we could reduce big triggers that encourage us to overspend. This method may not only solve everything, but it is such a strong first step. When the temptation is removed, it is easier to follow the other suggestions like budgeting or setting limit of our spending. So what about you, Nasa? Do you agree with me?
One practical way to break the habit of overspending is to avoid online purchases, especially when we don't really need the items. Most of the time, young people buy things because they see trends on social media, not because they truly need them. By staying away from online shopping apps, we reduce the temptation to buy unnecessary items. Avoiding online purchases also helps us think more carefully before spending. When we don't have easy access to add to cart or flash sales, we have more time to decide whether the item is important or just an impulse. This prevents us from wasting money on things we forget about later. Another benefit is that avoiding online shopping encourages us to budget better. Without constant online browsing, we can focus on tracking our expenses and saving more money for things that truly matter, like education, emergencies, or future plans. In short, one of the most effective ways to break the habit of overspending is to avoid online purchases. With fewer temptations, we can save more, spend wisely, and build healthier financial habits.
So I think the best effective way to break the habit of overspending is to avoid online purchases as much as possible. Because as we all know nowadays, buying things online has become extremely convenient because it is just a tap away, and with just one tap we can order anything and everything we want, and it will arrive right just at our doorstep. Because it is easy, many people will end up buying things without thinking or impulsively buying things that not necessary for them, especially when they see a huge promotion or when they are influenced by social media trend. So, in a nutshell, I believe that by limiting or avoiding online shopping, it is a practical step to avoid overspending.